Boom! Hello, this is the Alter Perspective, episode 10, and tonight it's just myself and my friend forever, Evan Lefavor, because as many of you know, Pimpmunk, he's staying near the hospital with his dad, so he's not able to be here. Endless Jess, he's got stuff to do, so... right now, tonight, it's just myself and Evan Lefavor. And Evan, you told me before the show started you wanted to sing a little tune for Pimpmunk?
Yeah, we gotta, poor Pimpmunk. We miss you, Pimpmunk. We just want to say that we love you. Everybody in the audience loves you. And in case you didn't know who Pimpmunk is, I'll sing you the song of Pimpmunk.
All right, go ahead.
His name was Pimpmunk, he came from the south. He's always got a spoonful of Kratom going into his mouth. And he knows he can walk the hollowed halls, 'cause Pimpmunk has 3 balls. Yeah.
Wow, that's beautiful.
We love you, Pimpmunk. Now you all know who Pimpmunk is, hopefully.
Yeah, and Pimpmunk needs his help. Like, there's some medical issues going on. So anyone who wants to can go support him. There's probably even a chance he's watching right now and he's going to stream as soon as I'm done streaming. So.
Well, hopefully, man. He is the king of the after stream, right?
I haven't heard that title before, but yeah, that sounds right.
So yeah, I'm excited, man. I am excited about tonight because it is the Altered Perspective. And if you guys haven't become a patron of Benpai, there might be some smoke sessions coming up with Evan Lefavor one of these days, man.
Yeah, and we're doing the private show this coming, when is it? Mine is actually a week from today, my private show, and Billy the Fridge will be here. I'm guessing Evan might be here. I don't know. I haven't asked him yet, but I don't know if he has next Thursday night available.
Sounds like a plan, man.
I'm also going to do my Discord chat on that day too. Oh, and also this isn't Alter Perspective related, but the DP Discord is back open to the public again. Oh, it looks like did I miss a Streamlabs? Yeah, it's open to the public again. There's links out there on the DP pages, like on the Facebook and I believe Twitter. So you guys can check that out and go there if you want. Just shouting that out so people know. My Discord's always been open since its inception, so you can check that out too.
And both Discords are great places to leave some video suggestions. If you guys find some good videos, or even if you fans out there in internet land want to make a video that you think we would watch on the show, send it in.
The Kratom I got off Pimpmonk's link is being recalled because it might have salmonella. Wow. Well, don't take it then. Dusty the Cockatiel loves Pimpmunk. Thank you, Dusty and his handler. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Pimpmunk loves you too, Dusty.
And we'll definitely have Dusty back on the stream sometime,
Hell yeah, we'd have to, man.
You're generous.
The ratings skyrocketed when that bird showed up, man.
Your generous contributions to the Altered Perspective and DP do not go unnoticed. And I know it's all Dusty's money too. This guy is just his handler. And he just proclaims how beautiful Dusty the Cockatiel is constantly.
He's a beautiful, beautiful bird.
He's a beautiful bird. So tonight my goal is $250. We'll see if we get there. If we don't, it's never a big deal. That's just what I'm saying. I need, that's what I kind of need to get for things to go smoothly financially for me.
And maybe for some donations, maybe I'll sing some more songs tonight if you guys are down.
That was a beautiful song, so I don't know who wouldn't want to do that. Or maybe they can write a ballad for you and you'll sing, There
you go.
You're just like a bard. You need a what did they used to play? A mandolin? What instrument did a bard play?
I don't know, man.
I don't think it's a mandolin.
Something, yeah, I think you're right, man.
It looks like a guitar, like a little guitar or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I was definitely a bard back in the day, man. When dragons used to roam the earth. In case you didn't know, before the word dinosaur existed, they used to call them dragons.
Creationists say that that's the reason why dinosaurs aren't in the Bible because there's dragons in the Bible, but dinosaurs did not live the same time as humans. They did not. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, there's rumors, but you know. Did you see that new dinosaur they found with like its skin still on it? It's like a mummy.
Yeah.
They might be able to get some of that dino DNA, man. Jurassic Park could be happening soon.
I have no idea. Let's watch the fucking videos before we talk about this, because like Jurassic Park, no fucking way. People are saying it's a lute, and some people said it's a lyre. I've heard of both of those instruments.
Yeah.
I guess the instrument that a bard plays is a lute, and you need to get one.
Yeah, I'll have to pick one up, man. I'll have to look on eBay.
People are like, I'd give you money, but I need it for something else. Okay, if you need it for something else, that's fine. I'm not going to complain.
Yeah. What the fuck? What are you going to feed your babies or something? Come on, the kids can go a couple days without food. Give us the money.
No. All right. Here's Alex Jones. Alex Jones claims that the BBC is a giant pedophilia cult.
They're always like, we're going to kill you. We're going to shut you up. We're like, we get that. Okay, we're here to stop you so all these innocents don't get run over. It's an instinct. It's a spirit. It's not like trying to be a hero. You can't roll over when you see him kidnapping little girls like he did in his town. He owned a tanning bed company, was making money, middle class, and I had a big, nice house. I know Robin's story. I remember seeing demonization about him 10 years ago and halfway believing it my own self. They took his house. They put him in prison. They tried to kill him. Now he's stronger than ever. So he's not doing this for his own self.
It's funny how Alex Jones wears a suit jacket and a shirt, but he buttons like the first 2 or 3 buttons down, and he never wears a tie because he's got a big, thick neck.
Oh yeah, that's because he hulks out, man. The madder he gets, his muscles just bulge out, and he bursts his fucking buttons if he buttons those fucking top buttons, man.
It's the bone broth.
He's doing it because the town he was in, it turned out 4,000 little girls were groomed for sex. Many of them kidnapped, many of them killed, many of them disappeared. This is an evil British pedophile government allied with Islam because under its tenets of radical Islam, it follows pedophilia. Everybody knows about the giant scandals of pedophilia in England. The secret dungeons, the torture, the murder of little kids, Prime Minister slit little girls' throats. All that's coming out. The BBC is basically a giant pedophile cult.
You know what he needs to do? He needs to unbutton 2 or 3 more buttons and get some gold chains. Yeah. You know, like if he has a big furry chest and shit, like, you know, he could bring back that look.
He definitely could, man.
Yeah,
definitely. I don't know about this though. The BBC, how is the BBC is not involved with pedophilia?
It stands for baby butt crack, is what it actually stands for. So it actually is a secret pedophile ring. Did you know that?
Holy shit.
Yeah, people thought it was the British Broadcasting Company. Fuck no, BBC, pedophile ring.
What's funny is if
baby
we said that
butt
to
crack.
Alex Jones, he'd be like, holy shit.
It does! Holy shit! It does stand for baby butt crack.
So, London Telegraph, pedophile cult runs UK. Cannot be released, will destroy national security. That's a headline. That's top police saying we're run by pedophiles who are devil worshippers. You cannot make that up. What are harems? They're slave pits of women. Yeah, and Muhammad had sex with a 9-year-old. So Turkey's legalizing sex with 9-year-olds right now. You cannot make this up. So
Muhammad was a pedophile. He was a pedophile.
Oh man, now baby butt crack is a hashtag going on in the chat. So
it'll be a t-shirt.
There you go. Yeah, everyone should tweet that to Alex Jones. Be like, you know, I think you got something here, Alex. Yeah. BBC actually stands for baby butt crack. Oh.
To donate $20,000 we don't have because we did last year. We brought in even more capital than we did the election year. We thought that was crazy. But because we sold stuff at such low prices, we brought in less money aggregate.
Wow. Yeah. So yeah. there we go.
Great Britain better watch out. Alex Jones is on the case. All those pedophiles over there, watch it.
Yep.
Alex Jones is going to take it out on you.
Here's another video. It's called "The Far Right's Year of Loving Trump." Let's see.
God gave America a second chance.
What?
Because if we would have had the other person elected, and if we would have had more liberal justice,
if they would have elected Hillary, we would notice almost no difference.
Yeah, exactly.
Almost no difference, except for the fact that she would be boring to watch in the news, and Trump is not.
Yeah. I don't know if she'd be meeting with Kim Jong-un, though. That's one difference.
I don't know. He hasn't met with Kim Jong-un yet, so I'll give him credit for that after it happens, and if there's any progress made whatsoever. Otherwise, I don't care. He can sit and meet with them all he wants. Well, right now, he's just talking about it. Just like he's already taking credit for getting people to Mars and saying Hillary wouldn't have been able to do it, but we haven't done anything to bring us closer to getting to Mars since he's become president.
Get your ass to Mars. Get your ass to Mars.
So
is appointed to the Supreme Court, they would have been there on decades, and we may not have ever gotten our country back.
Isn't it dumb to have a president who can talk to the people with a machine in everybody's pocket or purse, right?
It's so awesome.
He's not dumb.
Oh, he's not dumb because he can tweet? Okay,
Yeah.
I don't think he's like unbelievably dumb. I think he's very smart in some ways. He doesn't have the greatest vocabulary. He's not the most articulate. That doesn't necessarily mean he's dumb, but he's not as good of a speaker as we were used to with Obama. And I do think it's weird, just maybe because I'm older, that it is weird when the president talks to the public through Twitter. I'd rather, because when I was younger, when the president had a statement to make, he would get up in front of a camera and make it. He wouldn't tweet in a specified amount of characters.
Yeah, no shit. And he's the one really making these tweets too. Usually the president has like a filter that's in charge of what he's saying to the public, but Trump's just fucking tweeting away, man.
I missed a few of these donations here, so I'm going to go through. What does this say? Someone says, have you seen the Daily Beast story accusing JF of trying to impregnate an autistic teenager and kidnap his infant child from his ex-wife? I did see that. I don't know anything about his child and his ex-wife. He's talked openly about dating this. I mean, when you say teenager, you have to point out that she's of legal age. She was of legal age. She was 19. So, yeah, technically she was a teenager. It wasn't illegal for them to be seeing each other as far as her age. A court determined that he couldn't see her based on her mental capacity. I've never met the girl. I can't comment on that. But yes, I saw the article, and yeah, I mean, it's pretty intense. Obviously, it was written with an unfavorable opinion of him. But yeah, I can't really speak to any of the allegations against him because I don't know the full truth. I don't know anything about his ex-wife, and I don't know. I've never met the girl that they're speaking of, so I just have to take the court's word that she was deemed not being able to take care of herself. So
I don't know. I think that's a little fucked up that the courts are deciding that this girl can't be in a relationship. You know what I mean? Like,
it's a really complicated issue because you don't know where to draw the line. I mean, like how mentally incapacitated do they need to be, and how many people's opinions is this based on? I don't know. I've never even heard of anything like this before. Before this story, so that kind of opened my mind up to like, wow, you know, that is strange. Like, what do they do with someone who's considered like, you know, autistic, like heavily autistic or retarded? You know, where do they draw the line with that? It's a really complicated issue, and I'm not smart enough to pretend like I know the answer. So
no wonder JF is pro-vaccine, man. Right, Vigilant Christian?
Vaccines do not cause autism. I'm sorry.
I'm just joking.
Yeah. Someone in the chat was like, she was a DP fan. She was a DP fan, and the only reason I knew that is because it said that in documents that came out from the hearing that that's how they originally got into contact.
Wow.
But I don't agree with. I think JF has been a good guy to me personally, and I like him, but I don't agree with his most of his political views at all. And we never heard any of those views when he used to be on DP back in the day. So this is all new to me. I was surprised because he was like a hip hop fan and said he liked Cypress Hill. So I don't think you'd be hearing much Cypress Hill in an all white ethno-state. Just a hunch.
Yeah. Well, it just goes to show you don't really know somebody until you get to know them even more, man. Yeah.
Let's see. There were some other questions here too. Someone commented, "Screw fabulous Moolah. China should have gotten the Memorial Battle Royal." Someone said, "Here's some money. Kids are fat enough already. Cool. Yeah, let them starve overnight to give me $5. No. Here's some money. I would Ravenous Bean. Here's some money I would have given to Satan himself. How do you know you didn't already?" And Hypothesis says, listening to Alex talk about harems made me want to ask your thoughts on the Fabulous Moolah. The Fabulous Moolah was a wrestler from back in the day, and I guess she was a female wrestler. And back in the day, female wrestlers, to get to the top of the business, had to go directly through her. They wouldn't take bookings from anybody else. And she would keep most of the money, and people are saying she used to prostitute out some of the girl, because like if a girl worked for Moolah, they had to live with her, and allegedly she prostituted them out. I don't know. WWE was going to have a battle royal at WrestleMania that was all women, dedicated to her. They were going to call it the Moolah Battle Royal, and last minute they decided to change the name of it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. She's been dead for like 10 years, and this is the first I've heard of any of it. There would have to be an investigation to prove whether or not this is true. These are just allegations. Yeah. And she's dead now, so there would never be an investigation because there's nobody to prosecute. So I don't know what to say.
Perfect, man. I don't see why they got to bring these skeletons out of the closet of these dead people and try to make them look bad and shit. I mean, like, fuck it. Can't she be remembered for, being her achievements she did in wrestling and not just dragged through the mud? But I agree, China. I wish China was getting more recognition in the Hall of Fame and all that jazz, but who knows if it'll ever happen.
China won't get it probably because she was in a relationship with Triple H before Triple H got married to Stephanie.
Yeah.
It sounds like a soap opera, and it basically is.
Yeah, it really
but
is.
That's real life shit. That's not kayfabe wrestling shit. That's what really happened, and that's probably why she'll never be in.
Yeah. Well, she'd probably still be alive if she never started dating X-Pac.
Yeah, X-Pac. Wow. X-Pac's still alive, though. Doing good.
Yeah, he's got his own podcast now. I watch it every now and then. He's from Minneapolis, so I know people that know him and stuff like that. He's a good guy.
Actually, China was the only female wrestler in WWE to win a man's title.
Yeah.
So, there you go. Anyway, back to this.
God spoke to me in the night and said, I gave the president a gift of wisdom.
And every believer who is sitting there trying to be cool, talking about, at least you wouldn't tweet so much, you ought to thank God that you got a guy in there that has a heart to do what is right and owes nobody any favors, and the devil can't find hooks in him.
Here's the problem with Trump's tweets. There's been many times where Trump's people will say one thing, and then Trump will tweet and contradict what the people representing him have said.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So that's even an internal issue between him and his own people that lacks this consistency. So Trump tweeting is confusing.
Oh, dude. I'm so scared about him if he really meets up with Kim Jong-un. Like, what the fuck's going to happen? Because Trump's, I don't know if he can control himself. I really don't know.
Trump should bring, I don't know. Trump should bring some people with him. He's got to be really
if they
careful.
assassinate him over there, that'd be fucked up.
I'm guessing they're going to meet. I think they might meet in South Korea. I don't think Trump's going to North Korea. I don't think that's happening.
Yeah.
I think they'll probably meet in. Yeah, they're probably going to meet in a neutral location because after the Olympics happened, the South Koreans and the North Koreans are starting to get along better.
Yeah.
And so that's probably where it's going to happen. That's my guess.
I was going to tweet at Trump the other day because I wanted to tell him that I could easily design a missile defense system to counteract what Russia just announced. Did you see that shit that Russia just announced where they showed this video of how they've got a drone now that can deliver nukes and outwit our missile defense system, and like it has an AI system that dodges and weaves.
I've never heard of that before. I mean, that's if someone came up with that, that would definitely be a huge threat. But I don't know. It's hard to believe that any country that we're at odds with right now would really have that type of capability. But I guess we'll see.
Yeah, they were really proud about it. They were going, "Oh, USA cannot defeat us. We are the best. We will no longer be bullied." So,
God put him in there.
Does Donald Trump really think things through?
I'm so sick of this shit. Whenever it's a Republican in office, God put him there. But what about a Democrat gets in? Did God put him there too? Or was it the devil?
Yeah, that's weird. Well, I feel the same way about like when people win the Super Bowl and they thank God. It's like, so God chose you as the winner before you even played. So God is on someone else's side, so it wasn't even really fair. So in effect, you're saying that you won. You didn't win because you were good. You won because God did it for you.
Luna
You piece of shit.
Said she was sexually assaulted by Moolah. That'd be the worst porn.
By Moolah? I don't know if I think she said that Moolah set her up to be sexually assaulted by promoters. I don't think Moolah swung that way.
Yeah.
But maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think so.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Moolah, she had a scary looking mug to her, man. She wasn't a very handsome woman.
Well, I mean, she was old. Like when we saw her, she was already like in her 40s and 50s.
Yeah.
And then, or maybe even older. She might have been like 50 or 60 originally, because in the 90s when they were bringing her and Mae Young on, they were both like in their 70s at that point.
Oh, yeah. That was great. Good old Mark Henry and his fathering a hand. Remember that? When Mae Young got pregnant.
He receives downloads that now he's beginning to understand come from God. There was an awakening that happened in him in this election.
And I read that a bunch of witches has got together to put a curse on Trump, and I think the Christians need to be praying for him to defend him, but at the same time,
that's admitting that witchcraft works. Yeah. If you're a devout Christian, witchcraft should not work. Why would God allow witchcraft to work? So what you're saying is that we need more people praying for Trump than we need people practicing witchcraft.
Yeah, man.
Against him.
Whoever's making the most prayers, man, that's who wins, right?
God. Send those curses back where they came from.
So that's it. It is literally a numbers game. The more people praying for the Patriots to win, will help the Patriots win.
Yeah.
I get it now.
Yeah, it's a load of shit, man. Prayers do not work that way, man. It doesn't work that way. Oh, well. Yeah, good old Pat Robertson. Wouldn't it be great to see him and that bonus bucket dude fight it out, celebrity death match style?
Wow. Well, Pat Robertson's way older than the other guy, Jim Baker. So that would be crazy. I think Jim Baker would have the advantage. I don't even know if Pat Robertson can walk.
Yeah. I don't know what he's doing, how many fucking babies he's drinking their blood a day to still be alive at this point, man.
I think he had some kind of episode recently. I think he had a stroke or something.
Oh, dang. Poor thing.
What else do we got here? We'll go from here.
Folks, let me ask you guys a question.
No.
What would you say is more racist? Organizing tribally with a few other white people because you're afraid that maybe some foreigners or some immigrants might come in and take over your little local town. What's more racist? Is that pretty racist? Or is it also racist if you... What happens if you denounce racism? What happens if you decide you want to be a rugged individualist? You don't associate with any white pride. You don't associate with any sense of white identity. You are just an individualistic person and you only worry about yourself. And let's say you get married and you buy your own house and you have a great job because you're not thinking about racism. You don't believe in white pride. You don't believe in white power. You don't believe in any type of racial identity. You're just an individual. That's how you identify. So you get married and you have your house and you have your wife. And then you guys decide to have a child. And when you guys decide to have a child, you want to nurture your genetic offspring. You want to take care of that baby of yours. You want your child to grow up and be strong and empowered. You are basically putting all of your money, resources, and time and love and energy into your direct genetic offspring. Now think of that for a moment. Is that not the most racist shit you've ever heard of?
What? How is that racist? What?
What could be more racist than putting all your time, energy, and resources into a child that is literally a DNA offspring replica of yourself?
It's not a replica, though, because there's someone else's DNA involved in it, too. Unless they're a clone, which you didn't say. So it's not an exact copy of you. It's part of you. It's part of... Oh, go ahead.
This is also under the assumption that you're having a baby with someone of the same race.
Right. Absolutely.
Why isn't that called racist?
Because it's not. Because it has someone else's genetics in it, and they could be a different race. I mean, like,
I wouldn't be surprised, though, if in the future they started saying that it's racist for white people to have babies with other white people. That
I want to know where the white person ends. Like, where do you draw the line when someone's no longer white? Like, I know Italians and Greeks are considered white, but they're the darkest white people. Like Arabs too. Yeah. Are they white?
Well, they weren't always considered white. They slowly, become considered white over time. But yeah, no, it's crazy. There's so many different cultures that are considered white, and it all gets grouped in together.
Like Irish people, they are fucking white. Not all, obviously, but they are mostly white.
Yeah.
The fairest skin, like people who have like Celtic ancestry. But what about...
Is he really trying to say that having babies is fucking racist? Having children is
I don't even know what the fuck he's talking about yet. He's retarded. I mean, but seriously, like, where do we draw the line? I've heard people say Jews aren't white. Like, I mean, there are Jews that are not white, sure, but, obviously we know Judaism is like a religion and a culture. It's not a race. Yeah. But I've heard people like debating online saying that Jews aren't white.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've met Jews that are ginger before.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt, man. No, this guy's crazy. I don't know what he's talking about, man. This shit. It is not racist to have children. This is crazy.
I just don't like it. I don't like the label of white. I think it's just so weird,
Yeah. Yeah. It is, and it's being
anyone can
turned into a
interpret that
negative
differently
word, too.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's a whole different issue. But I think, I don't know, it's they don't clearly define what white is.
Well, like think about it. Okay, so if you're white and you have a sense of white pride and you have a sense of white collective identity, that's the worst thing in the world, and you're so evil and you're so racist and that's so terrible, right? But why is it that if you decide you just don't want to have You don't want to be, you know, white power, white pride. You don't want any of that stuff. And you just want to focus on getting married and having a kid and raising your child. Isn't that the most racist, pro-white thing you could ever do? Think about it.
Well, you keep skipping over a piece of information that we need, which is whether or not the person you're procreating with is also white.
Yeah, exactly, man. It's crazy. And what's wrong with that anyway? Propagating the white race, continuing that on is not a bad thing, you know.
I want all the outspoken white nationalists, I want them all to take a DNA test and make the results public. Like, put your money where your mouth is. Prove to us that you're totally white. Because if you're not, then you would have never have existed, and it's kind of hard for you to argue for an ethno-state at that point, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I guess you could still.
Yeah. Well, I think it's funny. I think it's funny that, you know, some people say they're against an ethno-state when it comes to white people, but then in the same breath they support Israel and this idea of an ethno-state there.
Yeah, that's true. I don't support that either.
Yeah. It's kind of a weird thing to have in the 21st century. And then they want to demonize Trump for wanting to build a wall, which is fucked up. Yeah, demonize him for it, but... You think that'll ever happen, Ben? You think he's going to make the fucking wall, good old Trump?
He might make sections of it, but he'll never make one long wall that'll actually cover the entire border.
Yeah.
So,
I heard
and he was never specific about what he would do. He would just say, build a wall. Build a wall. 3 syllables, 3 words.
Yeah.
I'll build a wall. So
we
don't even know.
We built it out of whatchamacallit. Oh God, I can't believe
He never made promises for how long the wall would be or anything. So he could literally build a wall somewhere and be like, "Look, I build a wall."
Yeah. If we built it with solar panels on both sides, we could power Mexico and the United States for free, man. With the solar power gathered from it.
If there was actually a wall built that would cover that distance, that's not going to happen. No way.
Trump just wants to go down in history, man. He wants some big monument that he can fucking put in his name.
Build a fucking Trump statue somewhere. You're the president, so you're going to go down in history as having been a president for the rest of the existence of the United States anyway. You know,
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, no doubt, man. I want to see Trump and Kim Jong-un arm wrestle when they meet, man.
That's not going to happen. They might not even, they probably won't even touch each other. All right.
What's funny is I could see it happening, though. I could see that actually, you know.
If this is done, it's going to be under very controlled circumstances.
Yeah. Holy shit. Oh
no. This shit is so staged.
Bob Larson, the real exorcist.
Yeah.
Holy shit. He's the only real one out there, apparently. By the end of the night, the demon had fully manifested. Oh shit. Oh no, voodoo.
Why? Why? For some reason, this thing is able to take him over almost any time it wants to.
Boss, nigga. Boss.
What is your name?
Beast.
What?
Beast.
The Beast.
The Beast.
He's the Beast? Hold on, the Beast turned into a black guy? Wow, how did that happen?
Maybe there's
size doesn't matter.
The same demon, man.
Of course. I'm a beast.
You know what? Where's he from originally?
Oh, he's doing that bullshit speaking in tongues.
He's awfully close to him. Bob Larson's pretty close. He's like waving his dick in his face. Look at that shit.
Yeah.
I think he's possessed by a gay demon, man. Must be one of those gay demons. trying to lure it out by waving his dick in his face. That's how you do it. Oh shit. Ruchia.
God loves you.
Man.
And that woman was like, God loves you. He's like, fuck that.
Go, come out.
Let's just
Renard,
torment this thing.
Renard, come on back.
Stretch out a hand to
Come
hold
on
this
back.
thing right now. And just in the name of Jesus. Just
The name of Jesus.
come on, just pray.
Look at him smiling. I would be trying not to laugh too. This is fucking ridiculous. I can't believe these people are taking themselves seriously right now.
Oh,
Come on.
the Bible will do it.
He's dancing. He looks like a fun guy. The rest of them look like buzzkills to me.
Yeah, no doubt. Man.
Look at this. Look at this at the bottom. Study to become an exorcist at the International School of Exorcism. Click here for more information. So you can do this too. You can cast out demons. This totally is not fake as fuck. This is real. And you too can do it.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Dude, he can't even
around.
he can't even do this with a straight face. All right? You need to find a new guy to help you pull off this scam. Because this guy is smiling the entire time like he knows this is bullshit.
Of Nazareth.
Like Beetlejuice said, man, I've seen The Exorcist over 700 times, and it keeps getting funnier every time I see it.
Yep. Oh yeah, oh yeah. It's definitely not because he knows this is ridiculous as shit and he's just laughing. It's actually because Satan just thinks it's funny.
That must be what it is, man. Oh shit.
Shut up.
Oh fuck.
Jesus Christ. Come on back. Of Nazareth. Come on, Renard.
Look at this.
Knock them out.
Renard.
Push the Bible into their
Come on,
ear.
Renard. That's it. Come on. That's it. Come on.
This is great, man.
This shit is so ridiculous.
Come on, Renard. Fight.
Say, Jesus, help me.
Look at these guys standing around here. Can't one of them be like, this is total bullshit?
I want Renard to say, Jesus, help me.
Look, they don't even look concerned at all. If they really believe that this was a fucking evil demon spirit possessing this man, don't you think they'd be a little more afraid? They're just kind of like, all right, whatever. Yeah, I'll hold him.
Yeah.
All right, he's going to fall at some point. Need you guys to catch him for me. Thanks.
Say, Jesus, set me free. Jesus, set me free. I don't want these demons. They have to leave.
I think this demon's gonna have a rough time getting out of him, man.
So they were saying this guy's Haitian, and this is a curse on his family for practicing voodoo.
Oh shit, that must be it, man.
And I command this beast to leave. And I break this curse.
I break this curse
of voodoo. From my ancestors.
From my ancestors. From my ancestors.
I'm free from this curse.
I'm free from this curse.
So this beast has to go.
This beast has to go.
I don't want him.
This beast has to go. This beast has to go. This beast has to go. Oh no, the beast.
In the name of Jesus.
Okay, wow, how long is this? How can you sit and watch this? Oh my god, it's so long.
Holy shit, man. Well, I'm sure he got the demon out of there eventually, man.
Get your copy today.
Fuck, Ben, I don't know, dude. I think me and you, if this whole alter perspective thing doesn't work out, man, maybe we should go around. You could pretend to be the exorcist, and I'll pretend to be a possessed guy, man, and we could get a bunch of people to fucking give us their money and shit, man.
Yeah,
Damn.
this is... he has a book and shit too that he's peddling.
And free of this demon. Bless this man of God.
Here's some testimonials.
In Jesus' name. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
He absolutely cleansed me, and he took the curses away from me. God had helped me tonight to get rid of the demon. Go see Bob Larson.
Why didn't God just do it then?
Yeah.
Why do you need this other guy? Why do you need a middleman? God needs a middleman? I don't get it.
Because he can help you.
You've given my life back with my wife, and you've given me a chance to save my life and save my wife's life.
Call one of our encounter coordinators now. You've waited too long.
You
to get
want
your
a
life
personal
back on
spiritual
track.
encounter?
Take action.
Is that Here you go,
guys.
I look forward to seeing you soon.
This is so fucked up, man. What the fuck, dude? Call that number, everyone. You don't
Yeah,
wanna miss out
spiritual
on
encounter.
Your personal spiritual encounter. Holy shit, man. Whew. Next time I'm feeling possessed, I think I'm gonna have to call Bob Larson, man. He's the man for the job.
He is. Bob Larson. I wonder if that's even his real name.
Yeah, probably not, man.
Here's an Otherkin video.
Ooh. Dang.
Oh, I remember seeing this shit before in the past.
Dragon Feather.
Hey Hatchlings, it's Dragon Feather and welcome back to the channel. On today's episode, I have a very special video for you guys that I have been wanting to make for quite some time now. I've always been nervous to make this video, but I've been recently really encouraged by members in the Hatchling clan to finally make these videos again, and I wanted to talk to you guys today about how I discovered I was Dragonkin, and a little bit more on Otherkin and Therans.
You said, I think I'm a dragon, and now you think you're a dragon?
Now, I know a lot of people think that Otherkin and Therans are just these people who...
I've never seen dragons with mascara and eyeshadow and eyeliner on before. I mean, I've never seen a real dragon, but I've seen drawings, and none of them have that.
You can't tell that this girl was a dragon in a past life, man. Look at that.
Like, if you're a dragon, why do you feel the need to make yourself, look nice as a human female when you should try to look more like a dragon?
Yeah.
Dragons don't wear necklaces either, as far as I'm aware of. Everything about you is non-dragon like.
Sure, she's having a rough time settling into this human body she's in now, you know. She's used to being able to fly around, and when the 7 Dragon Balls are put together, make wishes, you know, shit like that. She's used to being a dragon, man.
Live in a fantasy land, for lack of a better word, and I'm here to tell you that that's very inaccurate. That is a very ignorant assumption, especially if you don't know what Otherkin and Therans are. For those of you who do not know, Therans are people who believe they have the spirit of an animal, and Otherkin are people who believe they have a spirit of a mythical creature. I personally believe I have the spirit of a dragon. And
how can you have the spirit of something that's never existed? You just said yourself, a mythical creature. How did the spirit of something? If there's no dragons, why?
Explain this, man. If you want me to explain it, I can explain.
Oh God, I'm afraid. But yeah, go ahead.
Well, see, in the kingdom of heaven, we have advanced technology like you see in the film The Matrix, and it allows you to enter into the reality of any movie or TV show or book or fantasy world you've ever heard of, and it simulates these things being real. So in this simulated technology, dragons are real, and they have spirits, even though it's AI is creating those spirits. So she could be from one of these simulations, man. Or she could be just, you know.
Very likely, I guess. But yeah, everyone in the chat just thinks she's attractive and doesn't care if she's retarded, I guess.
And I know a lot
that's what
of
I'm
people
getting
don't
from
really
them.
believe in this, and that's totally okay. You are totally entitled to
The only thing about that chick is Dee's nuts across her face.
Your opinions, just like I'm entitled to my beliefs and my opinions. I'm merely here to share my experience with you, and I want to shed some light on.
She's entitled to have them, but she's not entitled for anyone to take them seriously, is the difference.
This community, because we get a lot of hate and we get a lot of bad publicity.
I don't hate you, I just don't believe, I don't believe a word you say.
And I just want to be a positive force for this community. Journey of mine has taken so many years to discover that I have the soul of a dragon, and I wanted to share that journey with you today. So if you do not believe in Otherkin or Theorins, that is okay. If it's not for you, that's cool. Like, go watch another video. That being said, let's get going on to the story. So it started when I was a child. I have always had a very strong connection to dragons and the mythical world.
I like dragons too. I have dragons tattooed all over my arms. That doesn't mean I think I'm a dragon. I used to get these little metal miniatures. They were made out of like pewter. Yeah. And they were for like Dungeons and Dragons and those kind of games, like tabletop games. And I used to like make these big dragon models and paint them, you know, whatever color dragon I wanted it. And I had dragon art books and all that shit. I think that stuff's cool, but I never once for a minute was like, hey, maybe I really am a dragon. Never once. Man. So this being your reasoning as to why you think you have the soul of a dragon doesn't make any sense.
I just hope she doesn't ever jump out of a window thinking she can fly or something, man.
Or like the mythical realm with mythical creatures. And when I was a young girl, I would always play with my make-believe friends or like my imaginary friends who I later discovered to be my dragon guardians.
No, those were imaginary friends. You don't need air quotes for them because that's what they are.
The dragon guardians, man. When you're a dragonkin, they're like little dragon angels, man. They follow you around.
Someone sent in a Streamlabs and I didn't see it, so I was going to read it. What does it say? It's interesting this time because the Streamlabs I'm getting are actually, a lot of them are actually relevant to the show instead of just like weird random comments. Someone said, someone named Wolf put Billy and then she's kind of cute, you know. I totally bang a dragonkin dragon babe. What, did Billy the Fridge say that? I don't know what you're talking about.
I've always had a very strong connection to these beings, and when I was a little girl I would play with them like in my backyard or through the house or when I went to the pool or when I went to the park. Like I would always play with these beings and I would pretend I would be a dragon, and that was just me as a child.
I've pretended to be a dragon before. I mean like I've played with imaginary beings before. They're imaginary.
It's a common thing for children, man.
Yeah, when you're bored, especially before the internet. You know, like, and when the best video games you had were Nintendo, like the original NES, there was a lot of like going out and pretending, like there was a lot of make-believe playing going on. That doesn't mean you actually are a dragon or anything else than who you actually are.
And that was just me exploring the magical wonder of this world, and that's how my connection with the dragons really started. I was always very naturally connected to like the magical world as well, especially mythical creatures, obviously more specifically dragons, but I always had...
Why does she use the word mythical? Does she not know that mythical means like fake? Like,
apparently not. Apparently not.
For the mythical creatures like mermaids and fairies and unicorns and all of that stuff. And the mythology behind them always fascinated me so much, and I would just fill my brain with as much as I could learn. Mostly about dragons, obviously. Dragons are like top dog for me, but I've always had a very strong connection to the other worlds. And
dragons are top dog.
I've always had a very strong connection to dragonkind and to...
I would Fusro do her. What does that mean? Fusro?
That's a Skyrim reference, man.
Oh, really?
Hell yeah, definitely.
That's funny that it's a Skyrim. I know what Skyrim's about, but I've never played it.
The realms in which they exist in. And so along my journey, I discovered that I wasn't really all about Mormonism because I was raised Mormon.
Oh, there it is. There it is. That's the reason right there. There you go. There you go. That's the reason. That's the reason why she is the way she is. She was raised in Mormonism. Totally not her fault, really.
Yeah.
I mean, she was brought up to believe wacky shit from the get-go.
Yeah. And then she was chosen by the dragon kind, and all the dragon beings visited her when she was young to get her away from that Mormonism, man. Get her into the truth about dragon kind. Ooh. Ooh. I want to
it just
believe
wasn't
her.
for me. And just like witchcraft isn't for everybody. Like Mormonism just wasn't the path for me. And so I was atheist for a while, and then I decided to be agnostic, and then I was like, fuck it, the only thing I believe in is Mother Earth and Father Sky. And then I discovered Wicca and witchcraft, and I started delving into this path and practice, and through my experience, I discovered Therans and Otherkin, and I made a video on it a very long time ago, but please keep in mind, I made that video before I was aware of what it really was. I was just relaying
Look, I'd love to see Vigilant
wanted
Christian
to
tear
kind of
apart
redo
this video,
videos.
man. He'd probably think this shit is satanic, man. She's just falling for a satanic deception. Holy shit. Uh-oh. $66.66.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's 26% of the goal. I remember the one day I put 250 up and I ended up getting $666.66.
That's pretty awesome, man.
Because I was so young when I made that video, and I am so much older now and so much more experienced, and I have so much more knowledge to share with you guys and such a different perspective on the whole
much
thing
wiser now.
that I really want to
I'm a
come at
dragon.
you with like an adult perspective now, because I was so young back
Yeah,
then.
let's come into Otherkin.
There's no more adult perspective than believing you're a dragon, man.
Let's come into Otherkin with an adult perspective. Things that never actually happen.
Like my journey to discovering Therans and Otherkin, I didn't consider myself one at first at all. I was like, nah, this isn't for me, but this is really cool. And so I was fascinated and I wanted to learn more, and I met more people in the community, and I started watching
Sounds
videos.
like a
but
poser to me, man. I don't know if she's really a dragonkin or not, man. I think
No,
she's
it
just-
sounds to me like she met some people. Dragon Lady went up to the mountain. Dumb. Okay, I get it. That's funny. Yeah, I think she got into a new group of friends that were all into the Otherkin shit, and she wanted to fit in, so she convinced herself that she is one. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Call me crazy.
I realized that there just wasn't that much information on the topic, so I kind of just started doing meditation on it and learning from my guardians and guides. Eventually, I found the Draconic Path through a viewer of my channel. So as soon as I started diving in more into the Draconic practice and working with my dragon guardians more consciously, this was when I really started to question if my soul was part dragon, or dragon entirely, because I have always had this connection to
Why would you have part of one soul and part of another? How does that even... I don't fucking get it.
dragon kind. I've always been so intertwined in the other world, and sometimes I stay so long I worry if I'll ever come back. It's always been such a huge part of my life that I really needed to learn more. I needed to discover more. I wanted to talk to you guys about discovering the dragon inside. Now, this was before I believed I was Otherkin. This was before
Is that
I
like
was
discovering
like,
the G-spot?
For her, it is.
I have the soul of a dragon, and that's why I'm wearing my horns today, because it totally is relevant to this story. I personally got these horns from an ex-boyfriend a very long time ago, and that was a very unhealthy relationship for me. And during that time, and I'm not going to go too much into it in this video, but during that time I discovered a very big darkness inside of myself, and everybody has dark and light in them. It's okay to face your darkness. It doesn't have to be scary. Sure, it can be, but it's not something to be afraid of, to avoid, and it's not something to be ashamed of. At the time of me discovering my darkness, I did not know how to handle it, and I would quite literally, okay, maybe not literally blow fire at people, but I would spit fire at people.
What do you mean, maybe not literally? No. It's not literally, it's figuratively. You are figuratively spitting fire.
My words were filled with poison, and my heart was cold as ice, and
the quiver in her voice screams desperation for social acceptance. She's trying to stand out while fitting in. It's true. It's true. She's trying to be different, but she's in a group of people who are different.
Yeah.
She had a setup to this video, like, just listen, like, I'll explain, that's it.
And I was just out of control and filled with so much rage. And if you are very connected to the dragon, be it you have it as a totem animal, you work with dragons as spirit guides or guardians.
This is a social group that's turned into almost like a religious belief. That's what it is.
Or if you are dragonkin, you will probably experience a lot of anger and you may not know how to handle it. And so one strong lesson that has to be learned by those who associate
she's angry all the
kind,
time, but it's only because she's really a dragon, guys. Dragons are just like that. It's just
Dragons have tempers.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just as logical as saying, like, oh, people have told me, oh, you're a Taurus. That means you're stubborn and you have a temper. It's like, okay. I don't buy that shit. I don't buy into astrology is wacky to me. So Otherkin is really wacky to me.
Yeah.
Those who may be dragonkin themselves is to learn how to control their temper. And sometimes I still struggle with this. Try to be as nice as possible. Trust me, you guys. I don't bite unless I'm absolutely forced to do so. I discovered the darkness inside of me, and that's where the song Horns came from. Which, if you guys haven't heard the song, I write music. Horns is a song about me discovering the dragon inside of me. And
oh my God. So now she's plugging her music. Man, I'm if any of you guys want to do a review of that, you guys can just send it to me, to any of my inboxes out there. If you can find this song, Horns, we'll listen to it on the next show. And now we're up to 800 people watching right now. Welcome to all of you. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe. We're going to keep this going for a while. I'd really like to reach this goal tonight. If it takes me a little while to do it, I'll do it. I might even end the YouTube thing for a little while and go over to Twitch later, play some Mario Kart. Last time I tried to do that, it didn't work, but I got it working again. So, and I learned how to drift better in that game. So I'm actually decent at it.
Which version of Mario Kart you playing, man?
The one for the Switch.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good one, man. It's one of the best ones.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, you got to master the drifting though if you want to really get in the game.
Everyone's perving out on this girl. Yeah, I mean she's nice looking, but whatever.
Dude, could you imagine fucking her and she starts turning into a dragon and shit and growling and
No, I can't imagine that because that's not very realistic. But I mean, yeah, whatever. She's also kind of crazy too.
Yeah, a little bit. You think, Ben? No, she's completely fine, man.
Did you know some Pterosaurs, the first vertebrates to evolve flight, had wingspans of up to 40 feet? No, I didn't know that. Pterosaurus. Huh. I had no idea that they were the first vertebrates to evolve flight. So are birds very closely related to them in the evolutionary scale? I guess they'd have to be, since it's the first vertebrate, yeah. Birds came from that, is what I understand.
Yeah. Used to be quite a wild world around here, man.
But I don't understand evolutionary biology or anything like that very well, so...
They're saying that wolves are starting to breed with foxes and coyotes and creating a new species now out of necessity because there's not enough wolves around to fuck.
You know what? I know that wolves and coyotes can interbreed, but I didn't think a fox could interbreed with a wolf. I didn't think that they were close enough related for that to happen, but I guess I'd have to look that up. I do know that in Siberia, these Russian scientists were selectively breeding red foxes. They bred them for, I think, like 50 to 70 years. And now we have a breed of domesticated fox that people have. And a bunch of things, even the physicality of the animal changed over time. Like its tail changed. And other things like that. And they just kept breeding the ones that were obedient and were able to be trained. And now we have this domesticated fox. It's interesting.
Evolution's pretty damn cool.
Let's take a look.
I have a confession to make, and I hope all of you will accept me for who I am and will not judge me or think that I'm crazy or even think that I'm your enemy.
See, this setup already makes me think all of those things because you brought them, you put them in my mind immediately. So now you have to disprove all these things. Why even mention that?
Because I'm not. I am a reptilian.
Okay.
And I've been a reptilian all my life.
I don't think you're my enemy. I think you're insane.
For a couple thousand years, in fact. Now, the basic thing that everybody knows about reptilians, well, the ones that are enlightened, is that we want to destroy Earth and take it back for our own. We want to kill all humans. And this is true, but not for all of us. We are known for eating human flesh. The consumption of humans, the kill count from Hillary Clinton is incredible. She's consumed more humans than I think any of us.
Wait a minute. Is this troll or not a troll, man?
I think so because he's a reptilian, but he's exposing other reptilians. He's exposing others of his own kind. They're like, man, Hillary Clinton, she's the worst of us. She ate up way more people. The fat bitch.
But he is right, you know, there are some good reptilians that are against eating humans and enslaving humans, but, you know, they're few and far between. Most of the reptilian aliens, they believe they have the right to enslave us because we're just animals to them.
Just got paid. Love the show. Thank you, PC. Are you the PC principal, bruh? Thanks, though. I appreciate it.
Combined, she is evil. A lot of us are. But not me. I prefer to survive on a diet strictly of rodents and insects. Sometimes the occasional snake or two.
What? Why would you eat a snake?
But never human flesh. I've only done that twice, and I realized that it was a horrible thing to do. And
you know, back in the mid-'80s, there was a TV show called V. Have you heard of it?
Yeah, I've heard of that, man.
They've done remakes of it, too, but the original one was on in, like, the mid-'80s. And it was these aliens. They landed on Earth, but they all looked just like humans, so we just trusted them. And then later on, we found out that they were all secret reptilians, and they were basically going to kill us all. Yeah. And they ate mice and shit, too.
It's based on a true story, man, and we're in
No, it's not!
Did you hear Roddy Piper said They Live was a documentary, man?
Bad
really believed it,
honestly. And I've continued the rest of my life.
Roddy Piper took a bunch of chair shots to the head, too.
Abiding by this strict diet. As all humans know, Donald Trump has won the election in the United States and is going to become the next president. Hillary Clinton will not have the ability to destroy the United States and then dominate the world.
Why not? If she's a reptilian, couldn't she just use other means? Why does she have to be president to do it?
Yeah. And that is a good thing. But it wasn't just because of humans. It was because of me, as well as a couple thousand other reptilians who decided that we do not want to dominate the planet. One thing that I don't think all of you know, including those that are enlightened, is that we have a special ability which allows us to control the minds of others.
You're making this in your mom's basement.
Regardless of location.
You can tell he's in a basement because you could see the piping up on the ceiling and shit.
No, this is a spaceship. This is obviously inside his spaceship.
Then why does he have a fucking blender box on a shelf behind him? Why does he have that?
He blends his snakes and rats. He's got to blend them.
He blends them into a smoothie.
Yeah.
And that's how Donald Trump got elected. Regardless of whether or not he had lost the popular vote, the Electoral College was...
This is his subterranean lair.
...going to vote for Hillary Clinton and make her president.
Yes.
And we noticed this and stepped in to prevent that from happening.
We will
in order to preserve human life for the next 4 years, hopefully, before the next problem appears within the presidential elections.
All right, you're retarded. I'm done listening to you. Thank you. Next. Oh, I hate it. Okay.
What up, YouTube peeps? This is 3E coming from a disclosed location.
Why are you sideways?
So basically today I'm talking about
it's from an undisclosed location.
White people and
I think he said disclosed location.
They might be aliens. So I mean,
this has got to be a troll. White people might be aliens. Come on, dude.
Back in the day when there was like African tribes and there was Indian tribes, but then like
there were European tribes too, and Asian.
Like white people just like randomly popped up out of nowhere.
No, they didn't. They were around. They just didn't see one another a lot.
No, I don't know, man.
I mean, okay. Native American tribes, they didn't see any other races for a long time.
Yeah.
Okay, and Africa, I mean, it's close to parts of Europe, but I mean,
they just came out of nowhere. They landed in their spaceships. And
Africans and Europeans, they all lived in tribes, and Asians, and they all interacted with each other at some point. Yeah. So this guy's retarded.
More advanced than the other civilizations, I guess. I don't know, man. It's just like something's up there. Like, why is it like? How were they more advanced than everyone else? And everyone else was running around living in huts and tents and everything, and wearing like man-made clothes from like animals and stuff. And they came with like.
Okay, so
everybody was just wearing animal hides and
some civilizations progress with technology faster than others. Okay, it couldn't happen all at the same speed for everybody.
I will say I want to put this issue to rest. What this guy's saying is true. White people are from another planet. They destroyed their home planet, and we were the closest habitable planet. And they came here in spaceships. They took over, and they had caves and shit. Half of them went to Greece. Half of them went to Rome. They took over. And, they've been at war with the Asian aliens ever since. The Asian aliens got here before the white aliens.
So how did these Greeks and Romans get up to Ireland and then all of a sudden not look like Greeks and Romans anymore?
Well, man, those were the really whites, man.
What?
The reason their skin is white is because it took them thousands of years to get here in their spaceships, and their skin adapted to those artificial lights.
So when they got down to Greece, they just got nice tans that never went away, and then the rest of them that went up to Northern Europe, they stayed white because they were on a spaceship the whole time. Makes perfect sense to me.
And ships and stuff to get over the seas to like get slaves and stuff. Yeah, it just. I don't know.
They tell us that they arrived in ships on the water.
Like back in the day,
but what if the Pilgrims actually came in spaceships, man? Landed on American soil in spaceships, man.
Like even in Bible times, they say like they were like these gods were ascending from heaven, coming down to earth, helping like the people advance or whatever. And
is this guy trolling? I think he is.
I think he's serious, man.
The what do you call it again? When the government wasn't as advanced. Nowadays,
what do you call it again? Oh yeah, the government. What? Come on, man. This guy's retarded. He's faking it.
And, like stealth flyers or whatever, shooting them down and then taking them back to Area 51. When back in the day, it wasn't all that. Like the government wasn't that advanced or whatever.
Either this guy is trolling or a court should declare him not able to be in a relationship with an adult. One or the other.
Don't tell JF about this.
Yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you think about that. Are white people aliens? Let me know.
Oh, let him know. He's presented his evidence.
Now let me show you this tire in my backyard.
Or McDonald's is like a gives line. Jail soccer. Sonic skateboard.
Damn. They got way better Happy Meals over there, man.
Green puff flower catch. basketball.
Shadow basketball.
Knuckles baseball.
Knuckles baseball.
जी बढ़कर फिर खेलें, खूब हल्ला गुल्ला मचाएं और
What?
दोस्तों को भी बतलाएं. चलो
This
चलकर
is why
Happy Meal
McDonald's
खाएं.
is the king,
चलो
man.
चले McDonald's से Sega games लाएं.
Wow, that was crazy.
Ooh, man, I'm hungry and I want to play video games now. Holy shit.
This is something called the sticky.
Hey, it's Vince Offa here with my new product called the Sticky. You're gonna clean your home in a quickie when you use your Sticky. Now,
You know, this guy went to prison for beating up a hooker.
Really?
Yeah.
here's the
That
deal. It's a
asshole.
reusable lint roller and more. For furniture, food particles in the cabinets, debris on the stairs, and even use it in the car. And ladies, you always wanted to stick it to your husband. Now you can. Works on all fabrics, from wool to velvet. Problem with that shedding pussy? Pick up cat hairs.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
That shedding pussy, it also works as douche, ladies.
What?
Shedding pussy? Pick up cat hairs from clothes.
He knows what he was saying right there. He's not dumb. Here's the news story from when he got arrested.
Oh, shit. Damn. The ShamWow, man. Holy
Yeah.
fuck. Looks like someone hit him in the face with a shovel. Shit.
Or use Sticky on the leftover dog hairs on the sofa. Or even Sticky your pets before they shed. It's made of a special silicone, so with a little water, the dirt comes right off. It's slippery when wet, sticky when dry. Check this out.
Why is he putting in all
Stop
these
wasting
innuendos?
$100 a year on paper lint rollers. And for those unwanted guests.
Hey, Vince. Oh, you're playing with your Sticky. I'm sorry.
When you order the
Wow,
They have to
so
have a
many
Jewish guy, man.
so many dirty jokes.
Yeah, man.
Sticky, you get the little Sticky. Great for on the go. Get rid of dandruff for that first date. Or lint for that important business meeting. Use Sticky anytime, any place, and with any.
Oh damn! They about to join the Mile High Club, y'all. Wow. Look at the way they're looking at each other too. Damn! And she's all like patting his shoulder.
One. Sticky makes you look your best, even for those unforgettable moments.
Oh damn! They're making fun of how he got arrested too. Man, you know what? I got to give this guy some credit here.
Yeah.
He's back. He's peddling his shitty products again.
You got to wear that shit with a badge of honor, man.
I guess he is.
Yeah.
You're gonna like the little Sticky, but you're gonna love the big Sticky. For bigger messes like dust bunnies under the bed, or picking up after the kids.
If this shit actually works as good as they say it does, then it is a pretty awesome invention. I will say
Clean
that.
up kitty litter and loose hairs in the bathroom. Great for cobwebs or curtains and other hard-to-reach places. You can do multiple surfaces. You don't have to go from vacuum to broom. A penny stickied is a real penny earned. Hair hides deep in the carpet, but with the special brush attachment, the Sticky grabs the hairs that the vacuum just can't get. You don't want this stuff in your carpet, guys. So you get the Sticky and the little Sticky for $19.95.
But then you're just, when you wash it off in the sink, you're just putting all that pet hair like down into your sink drain, and it's going to clog it up eventually.
But if you call now within
Maybe
the
this
next
guy's
20
in
minutes,
bed
because we
with the
can't do this all
plumbers,
day,
man.
you're gonna get the big Sticky absolutely free. Just pay for processing. Comes with a 10-year warranty. That's 3 for $19.95. Here's how to order.
Call 1-800-993-0983. That's 1-800-993-0983. Call now and get the big sticky absolutely free. That's 1-800-993-0983. Call now.
Call now. Yeah.
That's one sticky situation, man.
Yeah, and like there were a few things that happened during this commercial where I was like, damn, is this a joke? Is this not a real product? Is this just like a parody because of like the weird like sexual jokes? And then they goofed on him getting arrested. So,
that's pretty
but
weird,
yeah,
man.
it's real.
Well, he's one hell of a guy.
All right, making the pizza, making the pizza. Sprinkle the cheese, sprinkle the cheese. Hey, if you're looking for the best pizza, wings, subs, and salads, you need to give us a try. Eat in, take out, or deliver to your door. The huge line of specialty pizzas is second to none, and with 3 different restaurants.
Okay, why the fuck would this make me want to buy anything from this place? Isn't that the purpose of a commercial? Why is this guy like dancing around twisting his nipples and shit? Why do I need that? Why? How is that supposed to make me hungry for pizza?
They've got 3 locations.
Sprinkle
as
the cheese. Sprinkle the cheese. To choose from. That's right, 3. Gang Mills, Lawrenceville.
Is he acting like he has like nipple tassels on or what?
Making the pizza. Making the pizza. So stop on down to one of 3 great locations or call us up to let our crews hook you up.
Oh, now he's twerking.
Oh, yeah.
The fuck?
Yeah. No, not very good advertising, man.
No.
I am Crazy Hubbard Whitfield. Come on down to Crazy Hubbard's used car lot.
Okay, so many car dealerships have made the like, I'm Crazy Sam or I'm Crazy Fred. The crazy cowboy gimmick has been used way too much. Come up with something new, guys.
We've got...
Actually, one time I went to a used car lot to buy a car, and the car salesman, his name was Conan, okay? So his he gave me his business card, and on it said Conan the Carbarian.
Oh shit. What is best in life? To drive your car before your enemies and crush them.
I need a symbol on a shield or something. 2 snakes intertwined but facing each other.
Prices slashing down from 2004s to 1989 models. Come on down here. You got to see these cars. We got Chevys. We got Fords. We got Daewoo. We got trucks like this nice Nissan Titan right here. Get yourself in one. Drive it home. Your wife's going to love it. Bring everybody you know and come on out here. Ask for my wife too. She's cooking a pot of beans and she'll love to.
Okay.
Is that a bag of weed or what, man? Is that a big bag of weed?
It looks like green beans, and he said it's his wife, which looks like it could be his grandma, so I think he's full of
serve
shit.
some to you. So come on down and we'll get
Unless he's just into
you
grannies.
straight. We got Jeeps.
Crazy hug.
We got anything you'd like to get your behind in, I'll tell you right now. Get yourself behind one of these steering wheels. She drives like a dream. I drove them all myself. Now come on down. Crazy Hubs. Get you a car. Hold on, folks. We're not done yet. We got a special offer for you today.
Man.
If you get down here.
But this is
a work, man. I don't
But
think
this is a real car dealership.
You think so?
Yeah,
Holy
look.
shit. Uh-oh.
Or maybe not. I mean, but it looks like it. If they show a phone number, it's totally real. But I don't know if they showed one. I don't know.
Could be.
Maybe.
I don't know. We'll see. I'm just smelling something a little fishy about this one, man. Good old Crazy Hub.
Let's see. I'm getting a video really quick here because I just thought of something. Like, this made me think of something.
Nice.
Let's see.
Yeah. It's too bad. I would hope this guy was real, but
So this is the guy that tattooed me, and he makes videos too.
What y'all doing over there? This here's Billy Hill. This is my channel on YouTube. Funyuns are so good, I named my cat Funyuns when I was 9 years old. I've been tattooing for 25 years now, and I'm doing a good job of it. Oh, hi there. It's me again. I was born in 1973. I'm a Pisces. If you're a Pisces. My dog's name
that's
is
funny,
Gus,
man.
and he's cute.
When I was on
dog.
Freaky Deaky, I had a character called Billy Hill. And I was
Oh,
like
really?
a hillbilly, but
Yeah. Well, he is from West Virginia too. So
And I like ladies with hair and all their teeth in their heads. I like going in the woods and having walks and everything. I love monkeys. I like ladies that can cook real nice stuff for me to eat too, because I'm hungry. Y'all ever seen some boobies before? Because they're nice as heck. I mean, one time I stared at a boobie for a good 30 seconds one time. Me. And this here channel is for me to pick up ladies, the kinds with boobies, and get y'all's questions answered about tattoos. I like ladies. Y'all ever had them orange cookies that's frosted with orange frosting too? I really enjoy it. Boobies. I'm looking for a lady who can take care of herself, because I don't like to take care of them. America, Have y'all ever had Funyuns? Because Funyuns are so good. I'm really into guns and NASCAR and everything like that. Anything that the Southern people love, I love.
This could be a campaign ad, man. I think fucking
Billy Hill
needs
for
to run
president.
in 2020, man.
Yep.
I
Take
fucking
the cane.
vote for him.
Woo! That sumbitch is all American. Oh, I said sumbitch on the air. Have you ever seen any baby pigeons? In your whole life, have you ever seen a baby pigeon? I've seen millions and millions of pigeons, literally. And I have never seen a baby pigeon. Is there such thing as baby pigeons, Chase? But this channel's really to pick up chicks.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. It's funny, like, how gay he acts. But then he's like, I'm here to pick up chicks. He doesn't really talk like that. He was kind of putting on like a feminine vibe on purpose.
Yeah. So this really is the guy that tatted you up, man?
Yeah, it is.
Awesome. That's great, man. Hell yeah.
The White House won't say if Putin is friend or foe.
New tonight, the White House refusing to say if Russia is friend or foe.
Is Putin, in simple terms, is Putin a friend or a foe of the United States?
I think that's something that Russia's going to have to make that determination. They're going to have to decide whether or not they want to be a good actor or a bad actor.
This is the head of the U.S. European Command warns that Russian military activity in the air, on the land, and at sea is at levels not seen since the Cold War. Tonight, Moscow threatening to retaliate to new sanctions from the Trump administration. And out front now is Democratic Senator from Maryland, Ben Cardin, ranking member of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee. Senator, you know a lot.
Everyone in the chat is freaking out about baby pigeons right now. Yes. Have you ever seen one? No. I think you'd have to find a pigeon nest to see one.
About this, let's start with Sarah Sanders. What's your reaction to her not labeling Russia a friend or a foe to the United States?
Aaron, Russia has acted as a foe to the United States. They attacked our free election system in 2016. They are taking action right now in regards to
I'm so sick of hearing this shit about Russia hacking the fucking election.
They didn't hack the election. They didn't hack the election. They did do things to try and influence it, but they didn't actually fuck with the voting. They just tried to influence the voting, and they tried to stir up trouble, especially like racial tensions here. But
Well,
that's
I don't
not
know. The ones that fucked with the election were the DNC, who fucking sabotaged Bernie Sanders.
Oh, sure.
Who put Hillary Clinton out there on purpose. They're the ones that fucked with our democracy.
I would say, you're right. There's more of an influence from them than the Russians, but the Russians did do stuff. But it's not like they logged into like the voting numbers and changed them or something. They just tried to influence them.
What about the campaign donors for Hillary Clinton from like fucking fucking Sudan and shit, or wherever they're fucking from,
I'll say Erin Burnett is kind of hot. Are you talking about this newswoman? Is that her name? Yeah, she's all right. I mean, they don't look for ugly people to host the news, if that's who you're saying. I'm not sure who that is otherwise.
Teen elections. They have attacked our allies. As we saw in UK, they're involved in poisoning in the UK. They have invaded other countries, such as Ukraine.
Oh, yeah, that's her.
They have interfered directly in opposition, funding opposition in certain countries. They financed a coup in Montenegro. Russia is clearly a foe against the United States and against our Western allies.
So, obviously, Sarah Sanders wouldn't say that today, said it was up to Russia. And then she was asked specifically if Putin is playing President Trump. And I wanted to play that exchange for you, Senator.
Before she goes on the air, she sits in a hair and makeup chair for probably at least an hour. Well, they make her hair look absolutely perfect and put all the makeup to accentuate all the good features and hide all the bad ones. And then they shine a light on her. Yeah,
why didn't they do the same thing for him? They should have done the same thing for him.
There's a lot more bad features to cover up, and he doesn't have any hair.
Yeah.
Is Vladimir Putin playing?
I can't stand this bitch. She is the worst. She never fucking
sucks.
says anything. You can never get a straight answer out of her.
She looks
dodges
annoyed.
every fucking question. Trump must love her though. Ugh,
Not at all. The president has said in the past that if we can work together to combat world threats on things like North Korea, then we should. But the president has also shown that he's been extremely tough on Russia throughout his administration.
You heard her. She says
Russia is
extremely tough.
the one in control in North Korea, man. They're the ones that fucking started the shit.
Today, the Trump administration did finally impose sanctions. 19 Russian individuals, 5 Russian entities. Is that extremely tough, Senator? Is it proof Trump is now standing up to Putin or not?
No, it has not been extremely tough. These sanctions should have been imposed well before now. Some of these sanctions are duplicative of what has already been done. There's a long way yet to go that from the sanction authority given to the president by Congress by an overwhelming vote. Some of these sanctions are mandatory that have yet to be imposed. When you look at what other...
All right, so yeah, and they're just going to keep talking about this forever until something happens, you know?
Trump should have been like, oh, Putin, I thought you said Poutine. I'm against Poutine.
You know what? I hate you. I'd rather he be against Putin than Poutine. Poutine is delicious.
Yeah, exactly, man.
If he's against Poutine, then I'm even more against him than I already thought I was.
Yeah, no doubt, man.
Teacher accidentally fires gun, injures student.
Oh, shit.
Critics of the plan to arm teachers in the wake of the Florida school massacre are pointing to 2 separate incidents now on the same day where trained school employees accidentally fired their weapons. CNN's Miguel Marquez has more.
What do we want? Gun control!
With debate raging over guns, schools, mass shootings, and arming teachers.
The teacher would have shot the hell out of him before he knew what happened.
Yeah.
I like how they pretend like they know what would have happened in any scenario. You don't fucking know.
With the president pushing an
Look
arm
at cops.
the teacher's
Look at
agenda.
how trained cops are, and they
There's a
still
trained cop
shoot
there, and he didn't
innocent
go into the
people.
building because he was afraid.
Shocking reminders of the danger. On the same day
They
in
start
Virginia,
arming teachers. How many trigger-happy, scared teachers are going to start shooting people? You know, start shooting kids on accident and shit. You know, you never know what's going to happen.
What if a teacher felt threatened enough by a student, or what if a student got a hold of the gun and shot the teacher or one of the other kids?
In California, 2 schools on opposite sides of the country, guns accidentally fired by members of staff.
I look at my shirt like that, and there's like blood on my shirt.
17-year-old Fermin Gonzalez was hit in the neck with a fragment after his teacher and San City, California Police Reserve Officer Dennis Alexander accidentally fired a single shot into the ceiling during a gun safety demonstration.
Wow. Wow.
There's a video on the internet of a guy, a cop, who's given a gun safety course, and he fucking shoots himself in the leg. It's pretty funny.
There shouldn't be gun safety classes in schools anyway. There are other places they could do that.
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, and they don't need a real gun to teach a gun safety class, at least with real live ammunition and shit. Like, what the fuck?
His father, who was warming to the idea of arming school staff, now has second thoughts.
See, it shouldn't take your kid to get hit in the neck with a bullet fragment for you to realize that arming teachers is a stupid idea. Even someone who's a reserve police officer who's had some degree of training is still making mistakes. So a teacher that has no real idea about using a weapon like that shouldn't have one.
This was an incident with a trained professional. If you just give them to everybody, this could happen again and again.
It did happen again the same day, this time.
The same day. That's so fucking ironic.
A middle school, George Washington, in Alexandria, Virginia.
Appears to be an accidental event.
A school resource officer and 5-year veteran of the Alexandria Police Department accidentally fired off a single round. It went through a wall, injuring no one, but has parents questioning the wisdom of arming teachers and staff in schools.
Here we have a highly trained 5-year veteran of the police force here to protect our students, and somehow, we don't know how, his service weapon was discharged.
The teacher in California is on leave from the school and the police department. The Virginia resource officer is also on leave. Both incidents are under investigation. Miguel Marquez.
Shit, man. That is crazy. Yeah, not good, man. Not good at all. Fucking A.
All right.
Oh shit, I already played this. Let's see. U.S., UK, French, German leaders blame Russia in spy poisoning.
Watch this story. Leaders from the U.S., UK, France, and Germany just out with a statement moments ago condemning Russia over the poisoning of a former spy and his daughter. Nikki
Yeah, we covered some of this on DP last
Haley
night.
condemning this action against Moscow just yesterday at the UN.
Member states say they oppose the use of chemical weapons under any circumstance. Now one member stands accused of using chemical weapons on the sovereign soil of another member. The credibility of this council will not survive if we fail to hold Russia accountable.
That message went from New York to Moscow, where Amy Kellogg is reporting now. Amy, hello.
Hi, Bill. Well, that message of solidarity that you referenced also points out that this was the first offensive use of chemical weapons on European soil, Bill, since the end of the Second World War. So the Allies very much in lockstep in terms of their message. Russia internally very much united as well, calling this simply a provocation. And the foreign...
Man, things are just getting heated right now. Like anything... said against Russia is considered a provocation. You know, I remember years ago.
They're going to deny it, man.
There were one thing that I even experienced directly is that there were like mobs of Russian trolls on the internet back in the day. Like around when I first started doing DP, like around like 2014. Anytime we made a video about Putin, like if we had Putin in the title or anything like that, there would be a ton of like weird Russian sock accounts basically being like, fuck you, Putin's awesome, he's a great leader and all that shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Minister Sergei Lavrov has said that certainly British diplomats here will be packing their bags soon, Bill. He said, quote, absolutely soon. Nikki Haley last night also saying that the security or the credibility of the Security Council will not survive if we, quote, fail to hold Russia accountable. Russia's ambassador to the UN pushed back, even accusing Britain of having made some of the Novichok nerve agent itself. That was the agent identified as the one that poisoned a Russian double agent and his daughter in England on May 4th. The Foreign Ministry spokeswoman today accused the British of fully fledged lies.
Wow.
The British Prime Minister has made several statements over the past few days in Parliament. They were completely insane accusations against the Russian Federation, against our country, against our nation.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, man. You know, I think Russia gets blamed for a lot of shit they might not actually be doing, man, but you never know.
I don't know.
You never know. But you know, I've seen Putin sit down and somebody asked him the difference between Russia and the United States, and he was like, he just broke it down, you know. We're really not the good guys in the situation, man. The United States isn't really
we
the
know
good guys.
Russia has had spies here. Like a lot of times we'll catch their spies and trade them in exchange for other spies that they have of ours that are locked up over there.
Yeah. It's crazy, man.
Let's see what else we got here. Got some articles. Look at this. Steve from Blue's Clues wants to fight John Cena for hosting job. What?
Ooh, shit. That sounds like a good WrestleMania match. Fuck The Undertaker, man.
Is that guy even still alive?
I
Steve
heard
from Blue's?
Yeah, but wasn't there a rumor that he died back in the day or something?
I don't know.
Wow, well, apparently
No, he's
still
not
alive.
him. Was there another host of Blue's Clues before this guy?
I don't know. I
don't
think
know.
this is the original guy.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and he's still alive, and he wants to fight John Cena. It said, if you were a child in the late 90s to early 2000s, you probably have fond memories of turning on Nickelodeon watching Blue's Clues. Well, the show is coming back, and Steve Burns would be the host. But there's another person with eyes on his duties, too. Yeah. And his name is John Cena!
Dun, 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 dun. Dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun, dun. Fuck. John Cena, I'm so sick of him. Like, I've never liked the dude. He's not that cool of a dude in real life, and it translates to his
Billy
public
loves John
persona.
Cena. I hate it. I hate how Billy loves John Cena.
Oh, that's crazy.
Is Cena really auditioning for the role? We aren't sure, but we are sure that he can pull off that green striped polo like no one else. Well, except Steve, of course. Here's a picture of him, John Cena doing the Blues Clues thing, I guess. I don't know.
Holy shit. Well, I don't know. I'll give him a shot, man. I'll see his
Is this him
audition
calling
tape.
out Cena?
It seems to me that Blue's Clues is returning now because somehow all of the kids that I befriended way back when
That sounds creepy.
have kids, and
Is this him?
from everything we understand
Yeah,
about it, the
Steve.
millennial
Oh,
generation is extra super duper nostalgic, and to think that they have such warm, fond memories of Blue's Clues and of me, and are so nostalgic about it is truly super cool and wonderful and warm and fuzzy. Well, I like the idea personally that that the host of Blue's Clues could be like a regular looking guy. You know, I mean, like I didn't look like Justin Bieber or anything like that. I was just kind of a normal weird dude, and I like the idea that the host of that show really could be your friend, really could be someone who you might meet and who isn't like a super buff, amazing professional wrestler. I think if John Cena is serious about hosting Blue's Clues, he and I should wrestle for it.
Well,
I'm calling you out, Cena, right now.
Oh, shit, the gauntlet has been thrown.
I mean, John Cena would fucking destroy that dude, honestly. Just to be realistic.
Yeah, no doubt, man. But you never know, man. David Arquette was the WCW World Heavyweight Champion.
Nickelodeon commented saying, maybe we can find a green stripe polo big enough for the both of you. See, Nickelodeon bringing people together once again.
Yeah, they could be brothers. They could be the Blues Clues brothers, man. The Chevy Chase or fucking Dan Aykroyd might.
I'd rather see the wrestling match. There'd have to be some interference, someone run in and jump Cena, and then they both beat his ass.
Yeah, no doubt.
Muskoka Cottage comes with 30 days zombie-free guarantee. The last thing anybody wants is to buy a family cottage and find out it's infected, says cottage owner Matthew Swan. So here's so he rents out a cottage. Looks like it's up in Canada because it's zombiefree.ca, which is Canada. So he bought a billboard to show everyone.
Well, yeah, when the zombie apocalypse hits, man, the Canadians are going to be the ones that are most prepared, man. They're not fucking around.
It comes equipped with all the modern conveniences of a family would need to survive a zombie apocalypse. 5 bedrooms, a loft and bunkie, 2 kitchens and baths, and a sandy beach with a clear view of the water, just in case zombies hijack boats and try to sail in on your zombie-free cottage. But buyers weren't biting on the island cottage Matthew Swan is selling, even though it sleeps 26 dead or alive. Wow, that's a huge cottage. Really? Are people sleeping on the floor?
Maybe,
the 63-year-old Mississauga man applied some brains to the matter, reasoning that people are drawn to things that frighten them and things that make them laugh. So he posted a billboard just north of Brechin, Ontario, along Highway 12, advertising his certified zombie-free college. The only reason I knew how to say Mississauga is because I've actually been there before and I learned how to say it.
Oh, cool, man. Hell yeah.
It's almost like Mississippi. So it's Mississauga instead of Mississippi.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, man. Well, shit, you never know what's going to happen, man. They've got all those videos of those people on Flocka, and they turns them into zombies as new street drug. You never know, man. But this guy could just be cashing in on the Walking Dead fame. Zombies are the rage these days, so You know, it's in the zeitgeist of the Canadian populace. You got to be ready for this shit.
Yeah. So, yeah, it comes with a 30-day, 30-night guarantee that zombies won't fuck with you.
Oh, shit, man. They should guarantee that you're not going to run into any unicorns, too, man, while they're at it. Yeah.
A man found 54 human hands in the snow. Russia says they're probably just trash.
Oh, shit.
It was a grisly discovery on an ice-covered island. A bag of 54 severed frozen hands. The Siberian Times reported a man found a single hand sticking out of the snow and then an entire bag of them on an island in the icy Amur River, about 19 miles from the Chinese border. Locals took several photographs of their find. One shows the hands jumbled together, another shows them lined up neatly in the thick snow. Who volunteered for that job?
Holy fuck, man. Well, you got to hand it to him.
Yeah, there it is. There's the picture.
Holy shit, man. Fucking hey, Luke Skywalker, eat your heart out, man.
In Siberia.
Oh, fuck. That's grody, dude. You think, ooh, who could it be? Who could it be? Where did all those hands come from? Somewhere there's a bunch of people walking around without right hands, man. Shit. But Russian authorities don't believe they're the result of a crime. All those hands must have been removed in a legal way.
They probably know how it happened and they are not commenting on it.
Could be Muslims, man. Sharia law. They cut your hand off if you're caught stealing.
California lawmaker named Huggy Bear told to stop hugging people.
Holy shit. Yep. More people gonna go around with the hashtag Me Too.
State Senator Bob Hertzberg, who also was nicknamed Hugsberg because he greets men and women alike with giant hugs, was reprimanded by a committee. So they're saying, at least this article is saying, that it's not pervy. It was just a friendly thing. A California state senator has been told to stop hugging people after an investigation concluded his embraces made multiple female colleagues uncomfortable. However, the investigation released Thursday found Senator Bob Hertzberg's frequent hugs are not intended to be sexual and more often than not are not unwelcome. Hertzberg, a Democrat from Los Angeles, has earned nicknames such as Hugsberg and Huggy Bear for greeting men and women alike with giant hugs.
Yeah, well, if he wouldn't grab their ass when he hugged them, he probably wouldn't be getting complained about, man.
Yeah.
Fuck. Good old Huggy Bear.
The Senate Rules Committee formally reprimanded him on Tuesday and told him not to hug people anymore. But he will not otherwise face discipline. Specifically, he was not to initiate hugs. Wow. So no hug. No hugging, Huggy Bear. And no more being called Huggy Bear.
That's his claim to fame, is hugging. No, that's kind of weird, man. Well, you know.
Maybe he gave one of them a boner hug, and that's what they're not saying. Yeah. Because, like, if he hugged one of them and had a boner, I think they would notice.
Yeah. That's probably what happened, man.
Here's his comment. I understand that I cannot control how a hug is received, and that not everyone has the ability to speak up about unwelcome behavior, Hertzberg said in a statement. It was my responsibility to be mindful of this and to respect the rules committees to request not to initiate hugs. He just wanted to hug.
Well, he must have been raised to hug, you know.
Yeah.
A hug is like a handshake to him, so he's just, you know, doing what comes natural.
Let's see. Oh, here's an article about Billy's buddy.
Uh-oh. Yeah, Billy keeps such good friends, man.
Farmer Bro lawyer says he sometimes he wants to punch his client in the face.
Holy shit. Oh, come on.
Pharma bro Martin Shkreli's lawyer said he sometimes wants to hug his client and sometimes wants to punch him in the face. Well, okay, well, that just shows the title's kind of misleading.
Yeah.
But he told a federal judge at Shkreli's sentencing hearing Friday that his outspokenness shouldn't be held against him. Well, it probably will. Sorry. Attorney Benjamin Braffman wants U.S. District Judge Kiro Matsumoto to sentence former pharmaceutical company CEO known for trolling critics on the internet to 18 months in prison. He was convicted of securities fraud last year for defrauding investors in 2 failed hedge funds.
Dang.
Yeah,
Fucking
I mean,
man.
18 months is like some people get like 20, 30 years, but 18 months is still a long time.
Yeah. Well, it's his karma coming back to catch up with him, man. He shouldn't have been fucking with all those innocent people, raising the prices of those medications and
That's
shit
true.
like he did.
I agree. That's bullshit.
Yeah. Did you see that shit? I don't know if you're covering it tonight, but did you see that O.J. Simpson fucking admitted to, killing Nicole and...
Really?
Yeah. They finally released this interview he did, and he basically said he went to their house and he got pissed and he's like, "Oh, you're cheating on me, Nicole," and he knocked her down, and then Ron Goldman or whatever his name is, or started like getting in a karate pose, and then OJ grabbed a knife and started, he said, "The next thing I know is this crazy shit." Yeah, he admits to, he talks about all his memories, exactly what happened, and then he's laughing about it the whole time. So it's some pretty shocking shit. But
I see what you're talking about. I don't know if he actually admitted it though. Someone says he admitted it to them.
Well, you got to see the interview he did. He recounts it, and he talks about, "I remember he got in a karate pose, and I was like, 'Oh, you think you could whoop my ass, motherfucker?' And then he's like, then I grabbed the knife, and he's like,
He
I don't
did write a
remember what
book. He did write a book called If I Did It.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah, well, what they did is Fox did an interview with him, a on-camera interview, and they shelved it. It was done in 2006, I believe, and then they shelved it till now, and they finally released it. And in this interview, he basically recounts his recollection of the events. So, but who knows?
I'll have to do more research on that and look at that next time.
Yeah.
Maybe
Good
we'll
old
watch it
OJ.
on DP tomorrow or something.
Yeah.
I'm doing 3 shows like in a row.
Wow.
Yeah. I might stream later tonight too. I guess we'll see.
Cool. Yeah. Y'all still got a chance to send in a stream lab to hear a song from your friend forever before the end of the show.
Yeah, you know what? We'll do the let's see. Before we finish up the show, we'll just do a couple things here. Here's 7 places where women earn more than men in the U.S.
Men historically earn more than women. It's a fact. In the United States, for every dollar a man earns, a woman on average makes less than 80 cents. But it's not inevitable, of course. In a few places, women are earning more.
There are 7 places where the median salary for women is actually higher than the median salary for men.
Scott is the executive editor at Stateline. The publication looked at wages in 2,700 U.S. counties and cities with the workforce of at least 10,000 people. They found that women on average earn more than men in Hempstead, New York on Long Island, Plainfield and Trenton, New Jersey,
And
Prince
what are the
George's
jobs?
County in Maryland.
So what about these places are different? Do they have different types of employment opportunities? Like
Chambly, Georgia,
just different jobs?
Lake Worth, Florida,
making
and
sandwiches,
Inglewood, California.
cleaning,
No.
This
Taking care
graph
of the
shows how
babies,
women's wages
you know.
in these communities compares to the national average for men and women. The difference is most stark in one place.
In Chamblee, Georgia, which was the Atlanta suburb, women actually made $1.37 for every dollar that men made.
We don't know why, but research found some common factors.
The main thing that struck us is that they're all majority-minority. In a way, that's not so surprising because actually the pay gap between...
So someone in the chat said something that's very true. Women earn more in porn. So maybe these are just places where they film a lot of
white
porn.
women and white men is larger than the pay gap between minority women and minority men.
I think
Who cares?
the access to a booming economy in our region has made the conditions or created conditions for a really, really successful majority-minority municipality.
Tanya earns more than the average working man in Prince George's County, Maryland. In this suburb of Washington, D.C., only about 1 in 10 of the population are white. She brings home a little more money than her husband.
It's not an issue for us. You know,
You got to wonder who's
love
funding
can
this
trump-
whole thing, this whole investigation into this shit. Because it's kind of like, look, see, women are getting paid more somewhere else, so just don't pay attention to the disparity everywhere else in the country.
anything.
So, what does this all mean?
Men are culturally...
I don't even get the point of this. And it's really short, too. Like, who gives a fuck? They don't even explain why. Like, aren't you going to explain why that is?
Yeah.
Whatever. Fuck this.
Okay, so last week we touched on a whole lot of different dynamics when it came to this problem that we're facing in society of what I call neo-feminism. And I label it that to distinguish it from classical feminism, which is simply about equal rights under natural law and women being respected as much as men in society, being treated as equals. I don't have any problem with that. I think both sexes should be treated with fairness and dignity and as equals as far as our rights are concerned.
Okay. Agree with you so far.
Our rights under natural law. This does not mean that the sexes are the same, of course. And this is the part of the neo-feminist agenda is to androgynize the sexes.
Yeah, I agree with that. Well, I don't agree that it's part of their agenda necessarily. Maybe some of them. I don't know about overall, but yeah.
To masculinize women and to feminize men so that there is a blending and indistinguishable aspect when it comes to the sexes. That's what they want.
Oh, don't you see, Ben? It's all.
I don't agree with that.
They want the girls to dress like guys and the guys to dress like girls, so they all turn gay and go against Jesus, dude. Don't you know it's all a conspiracy, man?
And what this does is it weakens the masculine instinct in men, and it makes them into what I call the inauthentic man, okay, the corporate man. And then what it does is it also makes women more masculinized and more wed to the state. The idea of domination having to be present, okay, having to have a part in our lives, government, the acceptance of government. And you see this so prevalently in modern society when it comes to the fact that most women are still statists. Now, that doesn't mean most men aren't, okay? Most men are still statists as well. But I asked people...
So is this guy like a anarcho-capitalist or something? Because he's talking about statists and stuff.
As an introduction to this topic, just think about the ratio difference in the so-called truth movement between men, truth seekers and truth tellers, okay, who are putting information out into the world and part of the alternative media versus how many women are involved in that. And it's not to say that there are no women involved in that process of doing that great work, but it's the ratio is so overwhelmingly imbalanced that I think anybody being honest with themselves can...
Is there music playing in the background?
Easily see that.
Must
and
be.
I think we should be asking ourselves the question, why?
Yeah, there is. This is so dumb. I can't even. You know what?
He's saying he's trying to say that the women don't know the truth, man. That's why there's only men truthers out there on the internet exposing things like the satanic Illuminati.
This video is called "Feminists Are Possessed by Demons." I thought I was going to get to the demon thing a little quicker.
Yeah. Holy shit! Feminist demons. Holy fuck! How could I have forgot about the feminist demons, man?
I'm going to open it up for the end of the show Streamlabs segment. Those of you who don't want to stay and watch it, have a great night. Thanks for watching. Hit the thumbs up, hit the like, or same fucking thing. Subscribe, do that shit. And I'll start it as soon as the first one comes in. Otherwise, we're just all going to sit here all night.
Yep. We're going to do it, man. Hell yeah. So hopefully we'll see how things go. Hopefully Pimpmunk will be back within no time, be back on the show. And
hopefully so.
Yeah, for sure.
Thanks to all you guys who are my patrons currently. If you want to become a patron, check out the perks. The private shows are usually kind of crazy. Billy the Fridge is on all the private shows.
That last private show was wild, man. It was a good time.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So holy shit, what a wild show, man. Reptilians,
yeah,
dragons, possessed people. Holy fuck, man.
Evan is the best human. Vote Evan for best human in Time magazine.
Holy shit. I don't know, man, if I'd be too proud of being recognized by Time magazine after they made Hitler Man of the Year that time, man. That was kind of fucked up, man.
Come on, man. We need at least $1 to get the counter started.
$1.
$1. Give me $1.
I'd buy that for $1.
I'm going to start the timer as soon as the first one comes in. Someone's like, your timer hasn't started. Yeah. I'm going to start it as soon as like I see either a Streamlabs or a super chat come in. The timer is stuck.
It's stuck, man. Yeah. They're making a new Halloween movie with Jamie Lee Curtis. It's going to ignore everything that happened after Halloween, so.
Oh, really? Yeah. There it is. Evan Lefavor, how is it to watch your dad get killed by a bunch of Jews? No, he's Jesus's dad. Yeah. Jesus isn't his dad.
Or no, he said, how did it feel to watch your kid get killed?
Oh, your kid. Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks, man. And that's why a lot of these churches put images of my son's desecrated body on the cross. And they put it everywhere because they want to keep me and my son Jesus out of the church. They don't want us seeing what they're doing in there. They don't want us around, so they know we don't want to see Jesus, because anybody who loves Jesus does not want to see him dead on a cross. So
I'm kind of indifferent to Jesus. Like,
yeah.
I'm indifferent to Jesus.
He's been given a bad rap by all these religions that do this crazy shit in his name. And it's not, his name isn't even Jesus, man. The letter J is only 600 years old, man.
Yeah, there is a delay. Someone just said Ben must have a delay on. Yeah, there's a delay. I'm leaving the delay on. Things seem to run a little smoother, and people, they can watch the show in a... because the show's broadcast on a delay, it's easier for people who want to watch it in a higher resolution can do so. Yeah. Because there's actually an option YouTube gives you to totally get rid of the delay. and
Wow.
it's almost totally real time. But the problem is that people who don't have fast internet connections, they can't even watch it, even in the lowest resolution.
Wow. Damn. Man, it's all about balance, man.
Looks like something else.
Hopefully internet speeds will go in the right direction, but with the death of net neutrality, I'm not seeing it happening anytime soon.
Somebody named Floyd the Fuckbag gave $1 but didn't leave a message. Someone named Static gave $1 and said, "Hey God, can I get a blessing?" You want to bless them? They think you're God, but that's another common misconception.
Yeah. Well, blessing is actually not a good word. It means to spray with sacrificial blood. So back in the day, they would make a blood sacrifice and spray the blood on people's face, and they'd call that a blessing. So I don't know if you really want a blessing or not, but I know what you mean, of course. Blessings be upon you, my friend.
I got a dollar question. A lot of Drunken Peasants episodes are missing from iTunes, which is where I like to listen to them. Are there any plans to put them back up? I'm not sure which ones are missing. I looked the other day and most of them seem to be there. I'm not really sure. There may have been maybe like a copyright claim against some of them. Maybe if there was music played in one or something. Sorry, this isn't more trying to save for a house. Hey, get your house. I appreciate it. I appreciate the $2. That's it's better than nothing. I'm not going to complain.
He was $2 away from affording that damn house, man. But he loves you, man.
So he's going to be homeless now because he gave me the $2.
Yeah.
Hey, at least we got the counter going, so we won't sit here forever. Just 11 more awkward minutes.
Yeah.
And then I might do gaming later tonight if I can't fall asleep. Why not?
Yeah, for sure.
The cool thing about streaming on Twitch is that people can give me bits, which is like a little bit of money. And,
yeah, that's cool.
They don't have to give me real money to do it. They just watch a couple ads. And I had a few people competing to see who could get like the top bit spot. They were just sitting there watching me, but every now and then watching videos or maybe they just sit around and do the video thing every now and then. If you put some real time into the videos, you could come up with a lot of bits to give people.
Yeah.
I've done it for a few people. Yeah.
I like that system.
Yeah, do a gaming for my bits. That's what Wiki Joker vid said.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah, I think Mario Kart 64 is my favorite Mario Kart.
Someone said, "Forget it, Ben. We don't like Twitch." Okay, you don't have to come to Twitch. I get enough people watching at Twitch to make it worthwhile, honestly. I can sit down and play a game on Twitch, which is something I'm going to do already, and make like, enough money where it's like the equivalent of like, $12 an hour, because people just give me bits and every now and then I'll get a Streamlabs, so it's worth it.
What do you guys think of that asshole teacher in Idaho who fed the live puppy to a snapping turtle?
I mean, like, part of me is like he should be fed to a lion or something like that because that's fucked up. But I don't really want anyone to get fed to a lion. I just think he should go to prison for animal abuse because that's what it is.
Yeah. A lot of sick fucks feed their snakes puppies and shit.
Do they?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But only sickos. Yeah, only sickos would do some shit like that. Yeah, that's definitely not cool. That just goes to show you we shouldn't be arming teachers when you got teachers doing shit like feeding a puppy to a fucking snapping turtle in front of a group of kids. It doesn't sound like... I don't think we give teachers good enough background checks for that shit, man.
Yeah. It's funny the same. I mean, Twitch is like their new terms of service is fucking stupid, but that's because they're owned by Amazon, which is a huge corporation. But I mean, the same people that complain about Twitch also complain about YouTube. YouTube does fucking stupid shit too.
Oh yeah, YouTube will be, man, in 5 years, YouTube is going to be a completely different place. They're going to have AIs that go through every word of your video and flag you for swearing or flag you for this or flag you for that and demonetize for this and demonetize for that. It's going to be, they're going to try to make it impossible for anybody to make any kind of content that goes outside their realm of advertiser-friendly content. So, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, like, I wish there was another like company that was able to make a site like YouTube, but there really isn't anything else like it, really. Why was a gun safety instructor using a loaded firearm to demonstrate how safely handle a gun? Good question. That was ridiculous. It shouldn't have been loaded.
Yeah. So fucked up.
In a classroom full of like teenagers, he's brandishing a loaded weapon and fucking around with it.
Mm-hmm. It's just one of the many oxymorons of the world, man.
People are talking about YouTube in the chat. I know for a fact that YouTube takes away views because I've seen it happen. You can like take a video, especially a live video, and make it private. And, like I took a video that had like I'd say like 30,000 views from streaming live, and then I made it private for 2 days, and when I came back, it was down to like 15,000.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, and YouTube released a statement about that they were going to start like looking at views and determining whether or not they're valid or not, but they never actually put out the criteria that they're looking for.
Yeah, exactly, man.
So
fuck. Yeah, they've been up to no good for a while pulling that shit. And then they don't own up to it. They go, oh, it just must be a glitch in the system. But it's obviously happening to all kinds of motherfucking people. It's not just a glitch.
They're not saying it's a glitch now. They're saying like they're cracking down on views that they don't consider as valid views. So the result of that is most people are going to get less views, and people they really don't like are going to get way less views.
Yeah. Well,
I want to play Mario Kart tonight, and I was also thinking about playing Star Wars: The Old Republic because I started playing that again.
Yeah, I used to like the Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2. Those were good games, but I've never gotten into an MMO before. But is it pretty fun?
Yeah, I mean it's cool. It's better to play with a group of people because you can run around and do, these very tough missions.
Yeah.
Like basically, if you try to play the like 2 to like 5 people missions by yourself, you'll get killed.
Yeah.
I wanked so hard to Billy, I popped a capillary, is what Barry Compton just said.
You got to be careful. Can't get too excited. Hell yeah. Yeah, I like role-playing games. I'm starting a new video game design company, and the first game I'm going to come out with is going to be a role-playing game. So it'll be cool. So if anybody out there wants to be part of the team, have your people call my people. We'll talk about
You should, I mean, like, there's a few MMO games that I play.
Cool.
I bet Ben has never played Knights of the Old Republic. Of course I've played Knights of the Old Republic. Why would you bet that I haven't played a game that came out, how long ago? Like 15 years ago?
At least.
Wasn't it on PS1? Maybe PS2.
Yeah, it was on the original Xbox. And yeah.
So it must have been like PS2. Or was it only? It wasn't on PlayStation. Was it only on Xbox?
I think it was only on Xbox and PC.
Yeah, I can't even. Yeah, but I played it. I actually had there was an Android version of that game that came out that I played through again.
Oh, hell
they put that out on Android. I played it on the Nvidia Shield.
Yeah.
Which is basically an Android device that's supposed to be a console.
Yeah. Yeah. My video games are going to be cool because I'm developing a speech recognition system so that you can actually talk to the characters within the game using a microphone, and they'll talk back to you and understand what you're saying, and it's going to be revolutionary. But video games are where it's at. If you want to make money, make video games because it's a residual income, and it's the gift that keeps on giving. Uh-oh. Y'all got 2 minutes. It's the final countdown.
So yeah, what do you need to sing a song? We want to try to get to like 150?
Yeah. Yeah, $30, something like that. Yeah, that'll put us up to about there. For a song, an exclusive song, they can even pick the topic of the song for $30. And it's up to them.
People are telling me to play Skyrim. If you want to see me running around, bumping into walls like a retard and not knowing where to go, whatever, be my guest.
Yeah.
Let's see. Cinetoast, $5. Thank you. We're almost there. We hit. I'm happy because we hit 50% of the goal.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
They're seeing this on a delay too, so.
No, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. I just think things work better. There's a delay with the chat, but I think things just work better in general with the delay because people who have slower connections can watch live more easily. I think that's a problem a lot of people have with Twitch because people tell me Twitch lags for them.
Yeah.
Sing about Ben's hernia. Man, my hernia sucks. I wish I could get rid of it, but I can't afford to get rid of it.
Yeah, that sucks, man. This country fucking sucks. I hate to say it, but
the healthcare shit is terrible. I even had health insurance when I got my other stuff done, and I still ended up having to pay hundreds.
Oh yeah, even if you're insured, you still get fucked.
Over 1,000.
Yeah. Well, we weren't all lucky enough to be born in Canada, man. What can I say? Fucking A. Hopefully Bernie will get in 2020, right? Good old Bernie.
I think Bernie's
Vote for
too
Bernie
old.
And get rid of Ben's hernia.
I think Bernie's too old. Like maybe they should just get someone else who has the same views as him. Yeah. He can endorse somebody because I mean, like if he does 8 years as president, he would be like so old by the time he got out. I think he'd be over 80.
Yeah. But look at Stan Lee, man. He's fucking 95 and he's still got his marbles to him, man.
He's all right. I've seen him in person. He's old. Yeah, he's very old and frail looking. I saw him at a Comic-Con a long time ago.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
All right. I'm going to end this show. Might come back later. If you guys follow me on Twitch, you'll get an alert. You just got to follow and turn on your alerts, and you'll be alerted, letting you know when I'm on Twitch. I don't know how much later it's going to be, but follow me there, and you'll get alerted if I come on. Thanks for watching. Thanks, Evan, for being on. I'll see you guys next week. When is that? Just so you guys know. So the 21st, I'm doing a show here on this channel, and then I'm doing my private show the next day on the 27th.
Cool.
So check that out. Good night, everybody.
Peace out, everyone.